Namaste. This video is part 2 of 2, where the sequence in both is mostly the same, but the themes are quite different. The yoga practice is well balanced to stand on its own, but one will be done starting with the right foot and the other the left foot. The first one was taught with the central theme of balancing the chakras from the bottom to the top. This video sequence is taught with an emphasis on the pose's ability to help heal through grounding, finding strength, and opening the heart from a place of security. I have to admit I chose this theme for personal reasons. As an ICU RN, I feel that there's been a lot of stress in the healthcare field lately. Things have been very difficult for many types of healthcare workers. People have such challenging needs to be met, and they're always looking for hope, often when there's none to give, and it becomes very discouraging and difficult. Thankfully, we can use our yoga practice to help counter some of the challenges and balance out some of the pain and keep ourselves whole so that we can continue to take care of ourselves and take care of others. We'll begin this practice at the back of our mat in Tadasana, facing forward. I will cue the poses so that we are mirroring each other. Stand tall and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Roll your shoulders up and back and send your awareness down through your body to your feet. Notice how strong they are as they form the base of your mountain pose. Lift your toes for a moment and feel your arches raise, and then set them back down slowly and with intention. Breathe in deeply again and exhale fully. Your next inhale, raise the arms out and up, reach up, feel tall, really stretch long here as you inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, float the arms down to the ground as you forward fold. Nice deep stretch, fold in towards yourself and feel safe here. Forward folds are grounding and secure. You can place your hands around the back of your legs and draw yourself in even deeper. Inhale, reach up just a little, and exhale, fold in even further. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale to a flat back, and exhale, bend the knees deeply. Inhale, reach the arms up and sit into Utkatasana, chair pose. Fierce pose. Feel how strong this pose is here. You're reaching up and out, yet you're sitting back and grounding down. You're pulled in opposite directions, just like we are in so many situations in life, but we can be pulled in opposite directions and we can be strong like this. We've got this. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale. And as you exhale, look down at your feet and spread them as wide as your mat. Inhale, look up to your hands and pull your palms together to touch. Inhale and exhale the hands down to the heart center. Breathe in and exhale, squat down towards the ground for Malasana. You can stay up on your toes or ground down through your heels. Find what's best for you today. Pressing your palms together keeps that energy circling in, and squatting deeper makes you feel secure. Breathe in here and breathe out. Your next inhale, reach your hands toward the mat and walk them forward. Walk them so far forward that your knees come down to the mat and your shins are lined up parallel to the side edges of your sticky mat. Let your hips sink down. Let your heart sink down to the mat. Protect your hips. They're still tight if you're not warmed up. No need to stress or go too far, too deeply. Just go as far as feels comfortable in this frog pose. Breathe in and breathe out. Let your head rest on the ground, or stay up on your hands if that's what feels right for you. Inhale And then exhale the knees and hands back into tabletop pose. Breathe in, exhale and round the spine up towards the sky for cat pose. And inhale, let the belly sink, chin up for cow pose. Move your spine up and down with your breath for cat-cows. Go at your own pace. Stretch out those little corners of the hips and every inch of your spine. Take some time to swivel side to side, rock back and forth. Do whatever your body calls for. Really pay attention to what you need and try to honor that. Breathing in and breathing out, and then come back to a neutral spine. We're going to extend our left leg out and walk our hands over to the left side of the mat. We'll breathe in, and then as we exhale, get a long, deep side stretch. You can sink your hips towards the right side of the mat. Breathe in and breathe out. Come back to neutral. Inhaling and stretch your other leg out to the other side of the mat. Your foot is grounded. Inhale and exhale. Walk your hands over to that side of the mat. Breathe in and breathe out here. You want to get a nice long side stretch. Inhaling and exhaling. Come back to neutral. Sit back on your heels. Your toes can be tucked or your feet can be flat with your toes pointing toward the back of the mat. Once again, find out what your body needs, and you can go back and forth between the two positions and enjoy that sensation. For spinal twists, we'll take our right hand forward, up, and back to the right back corner of the mat. Keep the spine straight, and then take the left arm up and over as we rotate towards the right. Breathe in deep and left exhale. Extend the spine straight and then deepen the twist. Return to neutral. Close your eyes and place your palms on your thighs for a moment. Open your eyes. Take your left hand up, high, and back toward the left back corner of your mat. Straighten the spine, and then follow with the right hand up and over for a twist. Turning towards the left side of the mat, extending the spine long and straight from your hips to the crown of your head, but spinning along that axis. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale back to neutral and place your hands down on the mat in front of you. Tuck your toes if they're not already. Lift your hips high to the sky and find downward facing dog. Make this your dog. Press down through one heel, then the other. Sway from side to side. Push forward to plank. Sit back in a child's pose. Flip your palms. Do whatever it is that your body is asking you to do. If that's just coming down to your knees and resting, that's just fine. If it's coming way up onto your toes, lifting your hips high in the air, jumping around, then do that. But move with a breath, and eventually find stillness in downward facing dog. Breathing in and breathing out. With your next breath in, take the right foot up to the front of the mat between your hands for low lunge. Breathe in here and breathe out. You want to pull your heart slowly forward and extend that back leg strongly back. Drop your back knees, point your back toes, and inhale the arms up high and arch back for a crescent lunge. Breathe in here and feel the grace and beauty of this pose. You're grounded and strong, yet your heart is open and free and expressive. Inhale, reaching the arms up, tucking the back toes, and power up, rotating the arms back to reverse warrior. Breathe in here and exhale. Inhale, get really long in that top arm, stretching from your front hip all the way up to those fingertips. And then exhale, windmill your hands back down to the earth and find the security in the low lunge pose. Breathe in and breathe out. Straighten your front leg and walk around towards me, the long side of the mat, and do a wide-legged forward fold. Breathe in and exhale, get closer to the earth. Feel the grounding sensation of the forward fold as your heart comes down and your energy draws within. Feel the strength drawing up through the earth, through your legs, and swirling around before you let it go. You can rock back and forth and then find center. Inhale, walk your hands around toward the back of your mat. You'll be in a low lunge with your left foot forward, pulling your heart up just a little and extending your back leg strongly. Breathe in and breathe out. Drop your back knee, point your toes. Inhale the arms up for crescent lunge. Inhale here, and once again, feel how strong and beautiful this pose is. Inhale, tuck the back toes, lift the arms straight up, and windmill the arms back, reverse warrior. Sink that thigh deep, arch back gracefully, and feel strong in reverse warrior pose. We can have this openness and have our strength at the same time. Inhale and exhale the arms back down to low lunge, coming back to the earth. Breathe in and breathe out. Straighten your front leg, walk your hands around to the long side of the mat, and hang here. Just relax. We energize up, we come back down, balancing up and down, balancing left and right, keeping our energy going. We build strength, and we use our strength to remain open. Inhale and exhale. Take your hands to your hips, straighten your spine, bend your knees, and come up towards Goddess Pose. Open the chest by making cactus arms on both sides, extending your fingers out energetically. In Goddess Pose especially, we can feel our strength and openness, both forces working together to make us whole. Arms go out to the side, the chest is wide open, our pelvis is slightly tucked and pointing down towards the earth. Inhaling and exhaling in the strong pose. Inhale the arms up, stretch the arms really high, open up the chest, reach for the sky, and then hinge forward at the hips with that long straight spine extending from the hips all the way through the shoulders out to the fingertips, leaning forward, reaching and reaching, feeling your core engage strongly. Feel how we're strengthening ourselves with each and every breath, reaching forward, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, reach further. Inhale, exhale, reach further. Inhale and release. Fold down to the ground. Take a deep breath in and let it all go. Just fold into yourself. Recognize all the work that we do, all the directions we're pulled in, all the directions that we're extending our energy, and bring it all in as we fold down to the earth. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's take our hands down and walk around to the front of our mat. Shoot the front leg back to find plank pose. Inhale and exhale, once again building up some heat, finding some strength. If we've had enough, we can drop our knees, keeping a straight line from the knee up to the shoulder. If we want to take up the challenge, a little more heat, lift those legs back up, press back in the heels, feel a long line of energy shooting back from your heels, coming up through the hips, through the shoulders, out the crown of the head, strong plank pose, breathing in and breathing out. Inhale, lower down through chaturanga, but come all the way down through the mat. point the toes, release the hands by the side, and turn your head to the right. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, turn your head to the left. Inhaling and exhaling. Bring the hands back up by the shoulders and push up through Cobra Pose. Once again, opening the heart, feeling the safe, secure grounding in the lower body and just a slight back bend. Come back up to hands and knees on an inhale and lift up for Camel Pose. Take your arms out to the side as you arch back and then bend at the elbows and have your fingertips extended energetically in all directions. Camel Pose with cactus arms, strong and grounding from the hips down, but open and receptive from the waist up. Breathe in and breathe out here. Keep a neutral spine in the cervical section. Slowly roll up to neutral and sit back down on your heels. If you want to stretch your toes, you can have them tucked under or have them flat, pointing to the back of the mat. Place your palms on your thighs and close your eyes. Inhale, tip the chin up. Exhale, let the chin come down to the chest. Inhale, lift the chin up, release the head back. Exhale, slowly let the chin come down to the chest. Inhale back to neutral, and exhale, look over the right shoulder. Inhale back to neutral, exhale, look over the left shoulder. Inhale back to neutral, and then let yourself go in your own time and do 2 large circles full around with your head and neck. Repeat 2 large circles in the opposite direction, taking your time, going slow, being mindful of any areas that are tight or resistant. Inhaling and exhaling the whole time. When you're done, come back to a neutral spine. Breathe in and breathe out. Come back up for camel. We'll let the head drop back this time. Roll your shoulders up and back. Swing your arms forward, up and back. Have your hands come to rest on your hips. As you press your hips forward, roll your shoulders up and back again. Really feeling a strong back bend. Release the chin up to the sky, tipping the head all the way back like a waterfall, as long as this feels comfortable for your neck. Breathing in here and breathing out. Once again, finding strength and freedom in the same pose. Inhale, slowly return the chin. Let it come down to the chest, rolling into yourself as you sit back down on your heels. Inhale and place your hands on the mat. Slowly walk them forward towards the front of the mat until your hips are just over your knees. Let your heart sink down to the earth for puppy pose. Start to slow things down and ground yourself here. Let your forehead rest on the earth as your heart sinks down. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale the hips back for child's pose, really curling in, and let your hands come back by your heels. Keep your forehead grounded on the mat and feel the security and safety we've created here. Inhale and cross your ankles, slowly roll up and stretch your legs out. Slide down to the earth for Shavasana, tucking your shoulder blades under, letting your palms face up, and finding peace. Let our practice sink in, showing us our strengths and reminding us how to be open, letting us focus on self-care as much as we care for others. Remain in Shavasana for as long as you need to. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.